Welcome back. This is probably not great news for you, but they are the most successful group of insects on Earth. And that's definitely bad news for your home. We're talking about termites, and joining me now is aerial exterminator Drew Shetter.
Hi, Karen.
Thank you so much, Drew. In Georgia, there's no law, which I think is very interesting, because there was a couple years ago a law that folks, when you sold a home, you had to get a termite letter.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you don't have to do that.
No, ma'am. Unfortunately, it is no longer required to have a termite inspection during a real estate transaction. So now it's more of a buyer's beware. You want to make sure whenever you're, considering purchasing a home that you have a licensed pest professional come out, perform a termite inspection, issue a termite letter for that peace of mind.
Now, how often are you finding people don't do due diligence?
Far too often.
Oh, wow.
Yes, ma'am, far too often. And unfortunately, what happens is you purchase a home, you move in, you're excited, only to find out you have a termite infestation that could have been prevented and caught, before you purchase the home.
Oh, my goodness. Now, termite colonies, this is kind of interesting to me, range from a few hundred
Yes, ma'am.
to several million?
Several million, and what most people don't realize is that there are multiple colonies per acre of land in the state of Georgia. So one colony could be up to several million termites, but you may have 2 or 3 colonies just on that 1 acre. So it's imperative to either have termite protection, or at the very least have a professional come out and inspect the property once a year.
And it's not that these queens don't live, the termite queens don't live like a week or 2 weeks?
No. They 25 to 50 years even. Yes, ma'am. Those termites are working hard to protect their queen.
And what is it that they're going after?
They're going after food, cellulose. That's what termites are after. They're after anything made of cellulose. A termite's purpose, the worker termite, their entire purpose in life is to protect the queen and provide food for the queen. So they go out, they forage, find a food source, which is your home, unfortunately, and then take that food back to the colony to feed the queen.
Cellulose being wood?
Yes, ma'am. Wood, paper, anything made from wood. So wood, paper, the backing on the insulation, sheetrock, the paper on the back of the sheetrock.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am. Newspapers.
Oh, my goodness. And many folks may not know that there's more than one type of termite in your home, probably.
There are. Yes, ma'am. Yep. So there are, there are drywood termites, there's Formosan termites.
Well, let's go slow so we can see some of the pictures there.
Sure,
that's the drywood.
So that's a drywood termite there. And what's unique about the drywood termite is they do not have to have the soil to survive. They can actually build a colony inside your wall and never return to the soil.
Oh, my goodness.
Therefore, they can feed much faster than our native subterranean termites, which does require the soil. This here is the Formosan termite. They are a subterranean termite. They need soil to survive, so their colonies will be in the soil. However, they feed much faster. They're a much more aggressive termite.
And we don't usually have them here either.
No, ma'am. They're not as common here in Georgia. In Georgia, this is a great picture here of the eastern subterranean termites. These are the swarmers, the alates. So at this cycle of the termites, they're swarming to form a new colony. And typically, if you have an infestation, you'll often find these winged critters by your windowsill, on the hardwood floors, anywhere where there's light. So when you're walking around your house, if you see any winged insects, on your windowsill or near the windows, go ahead and give a pest professional a call because it's a good indication that you might have a termite infestation.
Not probably flies or mosquitoes, termites.
Termites, unfortunately.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
so once you guys come in and inspect, what's something like that cost?
Well, it depends on the size of the house, the severity of the infestation. We recommend the Centricon system with Recruit HD. It's always active, meaning there's protection around the home at all times. And again, it does depend on the size of the house and severity of the infestation, but typically a termite treatment will range somewhere between $500 and $1,000 for your average size home. But there's several variables there.
Now, do I remember in the old days you'd cover things up with plastic to get them out? Do you still have to do all of that?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'm telling my age.
Right. Yeah, no. Fortunately, we no longer have to fumigate homes here in Georgia for the subterranean termites. Now, there are some pests where specifically we would have to do that type of treatment, but the majority for eastern subterranean termites we can treat with a baiting system.
Oh, and that's you put them in the ground around the home.
Termite baiting system, yes, ma'am.
And how many of those would you need? One, two?
There's one every 10 to 15 feet spaced around the house. So if the house is 200 linear feet, you'll have roughly 20 to 25 stations.
Now, really, how much can a termite really destroy a home?
Oh, a lot. Termites cause, they invade millions of homes per year, and they cause over $5 billion worth of damage per year in America. They cause a lot of damage.
So it can eat all the wood around the
absolutely,
windows?
The baseboard, the sheetrock, the door trim. They can treat the sill plate and not the foundation, but the subfloor and the crawl space. Anything made of wood in your home, they can feed on. So oftentimes people think because they have a brick house, right, or because they're on a slab that termites can't penetrate. That is not accurate. They need a crack that's a 1/16 of an inch. So if there's a stress crack in your garage or an expansion joint in your driveway, or if there's you know, a stress crack in the monolithic slab. Termites will come right up through there and start feeding on your hardwood floors.
All right,
and you'll
Drew,
never know.
You're making me nervous.
Right, I'm sorry. Don't be nervous. Just, you know, we recommend having your home inspected once a year.
And that's simple as
Simple
that.
as that. Most companies offer a free inspection. There's no obligation. Have them come out, make sure they're a licensed pest professional. Have them come out, they'll do a full inspection and let you know what's going on.
All right, and in Georgia, termites are big business.
Yes, ma'am, they are. Yes, ma'am, they
Drew,
are.
thank you so much for joining us with this.
You're welcome.
And
Thank
we'll
you.
all get a termite inspection this weekend.
I hope so.
Stay with us. How does your yard look? Now we've done the house, we're into the yard. We've got some advice from an expert on how small improvements can actually make a huge difference. We'll be right back.